I still don't know how to explain this without sounding insane, but my best friend is dating my dad. And the worst part is, I was the one who introduced them. I didn't see it coming. Not even a little. We'd known each other since we were 6 years old. She'd had dinner at my house 100 times. Called my dad Mr. T since elementary school. None of that prepared me for what I walked in on 3 weeks ago. If stories like this stay with you, hit that subscribe button. My parents split up 2 years ago. Nothing dramatic. They just stopped working. My dad moved into a smaller place 10 minutes from us. I split time between both houses. My best friend Jess was around for all of it. She knew him as well as I did. That's the part nobody warns you about. Jess and I had been inseparable since first grade. Same school, same street for a while, same everything. My dad used to drive us to school, used to make us pancakes on Saturdays when we had sleepovers. Jess used to joke that he was basically her second dad. After the divorce, Jess started checking in on him too. Said it was sad that he was alone in that new apartment. Started bringing him food sometimes when she visited. I thought it was sweet. She was being thoughtful, I told myself. That's just who she was. I never once thought about it as anything else. About 4 months ago, Jess asked if she could borrow my dad's address. Said she wanted to drop off a birthday gift for him while I was out of town visiting my mom's side of the family. I said sure. Why wouldn't I? She started mentioning him more in conversations after that. Saw your dad the other day. Your dad's doing better. He seemed happy. I didn't think anything of it. He was doing better. That was good news. I had no reason to question any of it. That was the mistake. Looking back, there were things I brushed off. Jess started canceling plans with me more. Said she was busy, working extra shifts. She got cagey when I asked what she'd been up to on weekends. Vague answers. Changed the subject fast. My dad started seeming happier on our calls. Lighter. I figured he was finally adjusting to being alone. One night, Jess texted me a photo from a restaurant. Nice place. Candles. She said she was on a date but wouldn't say with who. Anyone I know? I asked. Nah, just a guy from work. I believed her completely. 3 weeks ago, I stopped by my dad's place to grab a jacket I'd left there. I used my key. Walked in without knocking like I always did. Jess's shoes were by the door. I thought maybe she was helping him with something. Cleaning, whatever. Then I heard them in the kitchen. Laughing. Easy. Familiar in a way that didn't sound like two people who'd just become acquaintances. I walked in. They were standing close together at the counter. My dad had his arm around her waist. Nobody said anything for a few seconds. Then Jess said, "Okay, so now you know." Like I was the one who'd been keeping something from her. My dad tried to explain. Said it happened slowly. Said neither of them planned it. Said they didn't know how to tell me. 4 months. They'd been together for 4 months and let me find out by walking into his kitchen. I left without saying much. Didn't answer Jess's texts for 2 weeks straight. When I finally talked to her, she said she still wanted to be friends. Said this didn't have to change anything between us. I asked her how exactly it wasn't supposed to change anything. She didn't have an answer for that. My mom found out a week later from someone at her old job who knew Jess's mom. The whole thing turned into something messier than it already was. Awkward family gatherings, people taking sides. My dad apologizing constantly without actually changing anything. They're still together. Going on 5 months now. I don't really have a best friend anymore. We still talk sometimes. Birthday texts, the occasional comment online. But it's not what it was. I don't trust as easily now. Don't tell people everything anymore. Keep some things to myself that I would have shared without thinking twice before. My dad and I are working on things. Slowly. It's different between us, too. I still don't know how to explain this without sounding insane. My best friend is dating my dad, and I was the one who introduced them, drove them together without realizing it, handed her his address, believed every excuse without questioning it once. I keep thinking about all the versions of this that could have gone differently if I'd just asked one more question. But I didn't. And now this is just what my family looks like. If this one got to you, hit that like button. Tell me in the comments, would you ever forgive a friend for this? I'll see you in the next one.